Positive change enable natural choice, family and nutrition, and globally responsible lifestyle. This is written by me. My name is Karen Colville. I'm an artist. I working with natural materials. I'm hoping in the near future to start working with hemp fibers. And also, I'm involved in raising awareness and education in sustainability with a non-profit in my local area. And I am Canadian. I live in Canada. Here's a little bit more about myself and my background. I'm a mature woman and have been in the process of recovery, experiencing various health challenges from exposure to pollution, pesticides, chemical sensitivities with allergens, and an unnatural, unsustainable way of life. My levels of income fluctuated, and I was continually attracting the wrong type of man and people into my life, and the support was financially not there. This is when things do not work out, and living on the edge is an understatement, and it was unsuitable for the balanced lifestyle I truly wanted and was aiming for. I also dealt with further problems in my health with reoccurring illness as a result of suffering. I continued to volunteer and dedicate myself to educate myself, transitioning from a perpetual ongoing lifestyle which I believed was all right and hoped for a better tomorrow, knew I could not go on and needed answers now. Where many have and have not, and yet myself included in the mix, get further resources to save my own body, mind, spirit, my own ass, and by maintaining my own health system naturally with other like-minded people with values that are not on the take, and in overpricing and being fair and ethical, and to be of service and help to other people. Greenwashing as another crisis of inconvenience, shock and awe, and as a means of power and control. Hey, better to be on board than to be dead or left ambidextrous. Jeepers, creepers, crikes. What options are available to the common intellect and consciousness? The same powers offering the solution as global governance were the same powers that are and were damaging the very same planet with their technology. Years ago, my illness was life-threatening and severe, and ended up having to leave my work serving industries that supported an unhealthy lifestyle and supported poverty, disease, and debt as a means to enslavement. I returned back to the game with the same type of thinking and mindset, a little naive, I might add, but I might be able to change the system within, and then I felt better slowly bringing in as an affordable. 2 years ago I attempted to work the same type of work. To no further avail, noticed my symptoms increasing with physical pain and added stress and more health issues. It was clear in my voice. I also did a lot of community volunteer work, raising awareness with music, and my vocals just... So anyway, that's okay. I still kept moving forward, but by serving these unhealthy industries and companies that are brand names that are on the mass market. So I also had the solution 10 years ago about wanting to plant industrial hemp seed as a nutritional food crop, being for all kinds of uses in every aspect of living a more natural life. In 1998, hemp was legalized in Canada under license. I responded to natural treatments for chronic illness better than traditional forms of medicine. And I was concerned with the problems I was getting from the government, that I get added difficulties from law authorities, and decided it was not a good time considering my health was placed at such great risk to the point of death. In not supporting the mainstream as Death or Murder Incorporated, any little compensation to keep living was to get me to shut up and to threaten as financially paralyze or disable me to stop me from going on, and by influencing mass media in any way, shape, or form with my music and communication process more meant for the market of film documentaries instead of mainstream media and community work in order to keep living as I become stronger and recognizing a climbing mountain, so to speak, contributing a social responsible voice, multicultural in the arts and humanities with my community work. I wanted a fair and balanced system, a better way of living and researching with development in business as a natural system of support. While many others were heavily influenced by those whom control, produce, and power mass media and the internet as a standard of living. I had difficulty in editing the book that I had started and did not have the funds to even do that, and started writing a book on my experience with hope of better solutions and getting myself through this process and being an inspiration toward others. Had difficulty in finding the best match in a publisher. I decided to shelf the book project and uploaded what I had onto Lulu. You can imagine the results. Well, I could not get the sponsorship or any funding I needed, and then I went on the internet and on YouTube. One publisher wanted the sum of $10,000 in sponsorship money. So you better have a guarantee of a bestseller or you'll lose your investment. I had a plane voucher from a previous trip that was about to expire and went to LA and interviewed an intelligent gentleman, Lauren Howe, on his book, The Real Story of Money, Health, and Religion. He has a very strong YouTube presence, and I found him to be quite intellectual and good looking. And he's become my friend. But I had nothing to lose, and his book only cost me $1.50 American as an ebook. He had things in his book I already knew about, and then had stopped in diet, paying dues to lack of funds for proper nutrition, and the foods I believed working for the companies I was working for were safe and supported and legally protected by these industries' interests. Overall, about the long term, I set out to make an educational film sustainable in the form of a documentary. Some of that project may or will not see the light of day. Hemp production and clean land and water, Earth's resources, to me, is more valuable than extracting further resources from our Earth, whether it is precious metals as gold, uranium, or oil, or whatever commodities as resources place a value on life and economies.